What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Miles World Podcast. Right now, we're going to be jumping to the NFL Week 5, starting off with the Sunday, October 8th, 2023 games. We go to the International Series with the Jaguars and the Bills, and just as expected, the Bills that we got last week, we did not get this week. ETN went crazy with 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ridley had 7 receptions for 122. This is not looking good for the Bills. It's Jekyll and Hyde all over again. As much as we want to love them, we can't. It's very, very obvious, bro. We just can't love these guys, bro, because they don't know what... Dude, I don't know what Josh Allen I'm going to get. And I keep making that, Forrest Gump reference, right? It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Like, bruh, what are they doing? I don't care where you're playing. I don't care if you go to hell, you go to Mars, Uranus. Like, bro, you have to go ahead and win and show these dudes. You beat one of the most dominant teams in the league, in the Dolphins, last week. Like, what are you doing losing to the Jaguars? It doesn't make any sense, but... it doesn't really matter. We're not even going to go too crazy on it. This game made me rage, but again, this is the problem with the Bills, and this is why nobody believes in the Bills, because they can be very, very spectacular, and they can also be very, very terrible. As far as the Jaguars, like I said, I really don't know what this team is yet. I'm being totally honest. Like, this is like, it could be an aberration. Like, I don't know exactly if this is what we're going to get, from them consistently. Maybe it's just the weather, overseas. Dude, I don't know what's going on, but bottom line is the Jaguars are 3-2 and the Bills are 3-2, and it's absolutely embarrassing. And that's, for the Bills though, because the Bills are supposed to win this game regardless of what's going on. And the Jaguars did try to give them a lot of chances to win the game at the end. It just didn't work out the way it was supposed to. The Texans and the Falcons. This was a huge win, and I gotta say something about Desmond Ridder, bro. A lot of people doubted the dude. A lot of criticism is gonna come, and sometimes, like I said, when I give criticism, I criticize based on what I view. Now, he played very, very well. And that 1 minute, whatever amount of time he had left to come back and win this game was huge. Now, are the Falcons for real? They're 3-0 at home. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's always a good thing when you can, defend home court. But the Texans on the other side, I don't think people are giving Stroud enough credit with what's going on over there as well. Now, these are two teams that young quarterbacks, young cores, we don't really know what we're going to get as far as, as the season progresses. But can the Falcons beat a good team? Like, can they really dominate a good team? That's what I'm looking to see right now. Are they going to be a team that's going to go out there and beat one of the top heavy teams out there? I'm not sure that they're there yet, but they're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. And that's always good. In my opinion, listen, like I said, you can only beat the people that are put in front of you. So people are like, yeah, bro, this team only beat that team. You can only play the people on your schedule. And right now, 3-2 for the Falcons is not bad with a 3-0 home. The Texans also not that bad either, with where they are at 2-3. So we have to wait to see how it works. But Desmond Ridder deserves a lot of credit with the way that he handled this. And I don't care what nobody says, bro. Like, it's not easy to do it. Even if a team is trash, they're still getting paid. They're still NFL players. That drive meant a lot to go ahead and seal this win, 21-19. So kudos to the Falcons, but I still got my eye out on them to see what's going on. The Lions and the Panthers. The Panthers are 0-5. Okay, Bryce Young, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. A rookie. All right. Look, guys, players are going to do things that are going to appear very, very bad as they're rookies. We all know that. These are things that happen within the game. But people need to understand a few things. Number one, right? This is the number one thing that you have to understand. It's going to be struggles for young teams like this. People are trying to go crazy on the Panthers. Dude, it is what it is. They're not going to win these games. The Lions are possessed. Don't forget, the Lions beat the Super Bowl champions to start the season. Although they have the one loss, they did beat the Super Bowl champions. So before you guys go crazy on the Panthers, just recognize that. It's going to be a growth process. You know what I'm saying? But the Lions look very impressive. And this goes back to what I just said. You have to beat whoever is in front of you. So the Panthers come in 0-4, you got to make them leave 0-5. That's the mentality you have to have. And they're doing a great job right now with the Lions doing it. Now, are they the same old Lions? I don't know. We got to wait to see what's happening. But Thielen was looking pretty good and even scoring in garbage time. So if he helped you out in fantasy, let me know. Ultimately, the Lions, it was pure domination. They scored 14 points in 3 quarters. All right, so, the Lions are looking like they're ready to go offensively. Titans and the Colts. The Titans suck. It's nothing really to like, dude. Like, let's just be honest about the whole situation. When DeAndre Hopkins was traded there, everybody just laughed. It didn't do anything about, them winning more or losing more. Like, it was just like, all right, just get him over there. He's not what he once was. He's just a guy. Maybe he would play better with a better quarterback. Tannehill just ain't it, but it doesn't really matter. This dude Moss had 165 yards and 2 TDs. The Colts are out there balling. Anthony Richardson was injured. It looks like a shoulder. We have to see what goes on with that. But I gotta be totally honest, bro. Like, I don't know. I think Minshew is the dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just leave Minshew out there. And also, I know he's a big dude, Richardson, but he's starting to become a little bit more injury prone. These are the things, right? I don't like to see these athletes get hurt because I want to see these guys play, pound for pound. I like to see that. But if a dude is injury prone, it makes it very, very difficult to kind of understand what the team is. I know Minshew would do weird things like run out the back of the end zone and do weird stuff, but he seems to be able to have this offense under control. So I would probably just lean towards him to see what the Colts can do. Seriously. Because, the Titans should have won this game. If we're just being totally honest about it, they should have won the game. But when Tannehill comes out and has 264 yards and an interception, and that's his rating, they're going to lose the game. My opinion, I would keep Gardner Minshew out there and give Anthony Richardson some time to rest. The Giants and the Dolphins, I'm going to be totally upfront. I knew they were going to lose the game, the Giants, but they made it a battle for some, a little bit. Like, they were scoring a little bit. Daniel Jones got hurt. People were making fun of him. Saquon Barkley is yelling at people in the crowd. Dude, your quarterback sucks. But it's not even about him. The O-line is letting everybody in. Dude, it's like, bro, like, what is it, bro? Is he the village bicycle and everybody gets a ride? They are pretty much, when he says hike, they just move out the way. So Daniel Jones, although he's not playing well, the O-line is one of the worst I've seen in a very, very long time. Tyreek Hill is the fastest human on earth. Probably. I don't know. And then you got a chain. Bro, look, that running back is out of control. And I don't even know where he came from. Like, where's that guy? Dude, what's going on with that? Why do they have all that speed on the team? And Tua didn't even actually play extremely well. Threw for 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions as well. So the blowout, 31-16, it could have been a lot worse, but the Giants fought. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Daniel Jones, but obviously he's not good at football anyway, but it's enhanced when you don't have an O-line. In fairness to, Daniel Jones, when you don't have anybody blocking for you, it's extremely difficult to do anything. Saints and the Patriots. The Patriots suck. The end. They suck. They are terrible. Fire Bill Belichick. That is it. Derek Carr is not a good quarterback. I don't want to hear it. Patriots suck. Moving on. Ravens and the Steelers. Look, bro, the Ravens really are starting to aggravate me because they sold this game. Lamar Jackson thought that OBJ was from Madden 16 and threw a stupid fade route on the right side of the field at a time when you don't need to do that. And it's just like, I don't know what they're doing. It was just really stupid right there. But he had a lot of drops. His receivers suck. And it's not on him. He's just trying to make a play. Especially, you know what I'm saying? These guys are just dropping the ball. And that's the thing that's been happening for years with that team. They just drop the football. And everybody blames Lamar Jackson. Oh, this and that. I blame him for that throw because at that time, I wouldn't have thrown it up to OBJ. The dude barely has an ACL. Like, the dude's been injured. All kind of stuff's been happening. So I wouldn't have tried that. But throughout that game, his receivers and his skilled players let him down. Not to take away from the fact that TJ Watt is the best pass rusher in the league. I'm not taking away from that. The Steelers are tough, and TJ Watt is special. Pickens, obviously he took care of Fruit Punch, aka Humphrey. That dude sucks. But again, Lamar Jackson's receivers, if you watch this game, like, everything was a drop. And they've been doing that to him for years, and it's very frustrating. But again, you got to find a way to pull this game out. They had it under control, and they allowed 14 points in the fourth quarter, and they lose it 17-10 to the Steelers. So, look, guys, I don't know. If you're a Ravens fan, check in, dude. I don't know how you guys feeling today. Jumping into the Eagles and the Rams. The Eagles are a very, very dangerous team. They're an extremely dangerous team. Jalen Hurts is getting more and more comfortable in that offense. The brotherly love push, the tush push, whatever it is that they go for, on 4th and 1 and 4th and 2, that's unstoppable. The league may ban it next year, but it's in for this year. 23-14 against the Rams. Dude, the Eagles are pretty good, man. The Eagles are probably going back to the Super Bowl. Like, the only problem the Eagles have are the Niners. That's it. They could beat the Niners. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I told you guys that week 1. I can literally see what's going on. Once I look at the way the offensive line just gives this guy protection, Jalen Hurts gets the best protection in the league, and next to the Niners. But it's really outrageous. The Bengals and the Cardinals. okay? The Bengals and the Cardinals. I'm going to say that again. Joe Burrow actually showed up. 3 touchdowns, 317 yards. Okay, it's against the Cardinals. They suck. I get that, but it was good to see him again. It was good for my fantasy league. If you had Jamar Chase, you're probably balling. Good stuff to see right there. Excellent, bro. Okay, now, are the Bengals for real? No, they suck. But that was a good, situation to see it. He looked a little bit more mobile in the pocket. He made better throws. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, not bad, Burrow. But you played the Cardinals and they suck. Bad pick by Dobbs, though. Bad pick in the end zone. I don't know what he was doing, but the Cardinals look like they've been in every game. I still stand by the fact that Kyler Murray should be traded immediately and just never come back to the stadium. The Jets and the Broncos. Sean Payton is the worst coach in football. And it's so funny that he thought that the offensive coordinator of the Jets last year was the worst in football, and then you lose to the guy that you said was the worst coach in football. It's pretty bad, bro. But Russell Wilson also sucks. That fumble at the end of the game that was a scoop and score was absolutely hilarious. He looked a little like Zach Wilson. We're not going to get into that. Russell Wilson, this will be his last year for the Broncos. I can guarantee you that. I did have a poll out that he would be benched by midseason. Let's see if that happens with the Broncos. But the Broncos are a hot mess. Nobody's really fooling with them. Chiefs and the Vikings. Tough game towards the end. Kirk Cousins, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't know. I got to take a look at it. But, bro, I think for the most part, Kelsey getting hurt, coming back in, trying to be the star of the game. No Taylor Swift. It was pretty interesting, bro. But the Chiefs were supposed to win the game, and they won the game. The Vikings are 1-4, and Justin Jefferson is just extremely frustrated. And that young man may not be on the Vikings soon, because I don't think he's going to sign the contract. And they already offered him a huge one, and it looks like he's avoiding it for a reason, and I don't know what that reason is. So we'll see how it actually turns out. Cowboys and the Niners. Sunday Night Football. All the Cowboy fans are ready to go. Dakota Rain Prescott and the Cowboys, they got the best defense in the league, and they got bent over and spanked. They were embarrassed. They were dominated. Dak Prescott played horrible. The defense got dominated. And once again, the Cowboys have let their fans down. Now, they have a lot of talent. The one thing I'll tell you is this, right? Micah Parsons did say it was a lesson and it's a blessing and all that stuff like that, but that's general leadership things. I'm not really worried about that too much. I want to see what they do in their next game. I did not expect the Cowboys to win this game. I know a lot of you guys did not expect the Cowboys to win this game, so it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I just didn't expect them to lay down and just take it like this. He threw a pick on like 3 consecutive drives, Dakota Rain Prescott. Like, what are you doing? That guy is not the answer, and as much as people want him to be the answer, he's just not. And at some point, people are going to have to just accept that and move on. But the Niners look really, really good. Next to the Eagles, I would probably say it's the Eagles and the Niners. Those are the top teams in the league. You guys let me know what you think right now. Because those two teams, I don't think anybody's just going out there and beating them. They're pretty solid, and they've shown, not only being 5-0, but that they can actually run with anyone in the league. So we have to kind of figure out where we're going with it. But my prediction is the championship game is going to have the Niners and the Eagles in it. That's my prediction. You guys let me know what you're thinking. Did you enjoy this weekend of football? It was a lot of good games. Hopefully you guys come back, tune in more to G-Miles World Podcast, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.